After seeing his fellow pride mates feeding on Mufumu's body, Vaetzi is now timid and scared.
Come here, my boy.
Kevin doesn't want to risk putting the grieving cub back with the older lions, in case he's picked on.
You know, I've worked with lions so long, and this lion's clearly missing his brother, and it'll take some time, like it does in people, for him to get over it. But he will get over it, he'll move on. It just means that we're going to spend a lot more time with him and give him a lot more attention, especially during the next couple of weeks, you know, just while he's pining. You can hear him, it's a melancholy cry, and he's trying to call. He doesn't understand, you know, what's kind of going on. Shame, are you feeling lonely? Eh? What happened here?
But in the long run, Kevin knows human company alone just isn't going to be enough. Tristan, Zippo, and Nash, removed after Mufumu's death, are now being taken to meet the 3 other members of their former pride. They're going to be reintroduced to Bobcat, Bandit, and Gabby, the other half of the so-called terrible teens.
Run!
For the last 5 weeks, the 2 groups have been living apart. But they quickly recognize each other.
When Mufumu died, obviously that's created a bit of a problem. And what we've decided to do is let this group reunite. So the 6 have got back together. That was very peaceful. Maybe that's because you all know each other now, eh? That's a good group of lions, man. That's what I'm...
This is the last empty enclosure. But now the terrible teens' pride is moving in full time.
We certainly have a space predicament now at the Kingdom because we don't have one free area to put lions in. This is a bit of a problem because every time I want to rotate animals around, it means we've got to take a group of animals and put them somewhere else in like a makeshift area. So it's not the ideal situation.
With the reformation of the Pride, the Kingdom has reached capacity, and there's no money to build new enclosures. Finding ways to fund the Kingdom has forced Kevin to look outside the park and outside his comfort zone.
So today I'm doing a motivational talk, just talking about the lions and talking about what I do. I must say I'm feeling very, very nervous. But I think hopefully it's going to go well. Don't know what to expect because I've never done one of these before.
Getting off the point, this chap is fascinating, and we reckon if we all put our resources together, we might yet save this planet. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Kevin Richardson.
Despite the alien environment, this is an avenue Kevin can ill afford to ignore.
I start with them when they're really young. The will to learn is really what it's about.
Businesses are willing to pay a premium to see him talk about his life with lions.
None of the animals that I interact with are truly wild, as in the definition of going to the Kruger Park or into Botswana. This picture did the rounds all over the world, people saying this is this crazy ranger from South Africa, and he came across this pride of lions, and he made a really special bond. He just whispered to them. So when I read this, I was quite amused. I thought, okay, well, and I was a bit worried. I thought, oh, geez, what's going on there? People are thinking these things which aren't true, really, about me.
With this first public talk under his belt, Kevin is hoping that there will be more lucrative bookings in the pipeline. Back at the Kingdom, Cub Vaetzi is still grieving for his best friend, Mufumu. With the lion's welfare at stake, Kevin decides there's only one solution. He's hoping that his former employers at a nearby lion park may have a cub of a similar age that he could pair with Vaetzi.
One of our lions is in desperate need of a partner. Yeah, and he's a bit lonely. Yeah.
I'm 99.9% sure we can help you out.
Cool. Is it? I mean, obviously.
Welcome to it. If it's
So that's really good news. The lion park does have some females of the age that we require, So it looks like Vayetzi is going to get a partner, and this is excellent news because he's been pining over the last couple of days. He's really, every time you walk past the enclosure, he's calling and calling.
The next day, Kevin heads off to the park near Johannesburg.
Yeah, good, whoop.
They're going to meet several hand-raised lion cubs under a year old. Kevin and Rodney feel confident that the cubs are still young enough to start building a relationship with them, and crucially, with Vayetzi.
Hello, my sweetheart. Hey, are you coming to a new home? Are you coming to meet Vayetzi?
They're looking for a female, likely to be more submissive around the traumatized male cub.
You're quite a feisty bunch. Yeah, we're going to have to instill some discipline.
There is one perfect year-old lioness, but she has a sister, and the park doesn't want them separated. It's an extra mouth to feed, but the two show they might just have what it takes to win over Vayetzi.
I think this is absolute perfect age for Vayetzi because they're slightly smaller than him, slightly younger. There's two of them. He needs a bit of confidence boosting, so he's going to feel a lot more relaxed interacting with smaller lions than he.
Having spent their entire young lives at the lion park, the lionesses are not accustomed to being loaded into a van.
Come on! Oh!
Finally, with the help of a few tasty treats, they're on their way to the kingdom. But the big test is yet to come. Will Vayetzi accept them? After the traumatic death of his best friend Mfumu, Vayetzi is about to meet two unfamiliar lionesses. The newcomers, Livy and Ginny, are nervous.
Come on. Here you go.
It's their first time being introduced to a strange lion, and they're wary of Vayetzi. And without his best friend Mfumu to back him up, Vayetzi is also reluctant to make the first move.
Slowly, not me.
Kevin decides to step in as mediator.
The funny thing is that Vayetzi's really and truly using me as a human shield. Every time he comes to interact with these girls, funny enough, I'm in the middle. Hey? What I'm going to do is I think the lions must get to know each other and he must gain some confidence on his own. I'm going to just slowly separate myself out of here and let them mingle. And it's up to him to impress the ladies now. Yeah. Because it's time for you to be a man, my son.
Kevin patiently waits until everyone relaxes.
This is the kingdom kind of lions, eh? All love. This is all about love, my boy. The kingdom full of love. Here we go.
But replacing the bond that Vayetzi had with Mfumu is not going to happen immediately. The next few days are key. Over in the nursery, the young hyenas are also about to meet a new friend. Abandoned animals born at the kingdom are brought here to be socialized. 4-week-old cub Max was hand-raised after a deadly power struggle between the females in his clan ended in his siblings being killed.
Hello, my boy.
Max has been bottle-fed for the last month, and now Kevin and Rodney are introducing him to the other youngsters.
Look here.
It's important he learns to mix with other hyenas while he's still young.
What's that?
If he doesn't, he risks never being able to live in a clan.
Listen, you guys, you better behave. Behave yourselves. Hold on.
Today is the very first time that he'll be let free with the other excited cubs.
Grab you here, give you
height advantage.
It's a tense moment.
Let's take that out the way.
Even young hyenas can be highly aggressive when sorting out their hierarchy.
Okay, slowly, 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 slowly. It's just excitement, and they're all just trying to tell him, "Hey, this is me. I'm Woody. I'm the boss here." And then they're all taking turns and saying, "I'm Benza, and and they're trying to get in his box." Max is a male, and in this group we have predominantly females. So there might be a little bit of neck biting, and ooh, we're the dominant females. But I think it's going to go very well. I think Max will be quite fine. It's all very new for you, boy. So this is part of the socialization process, and we'll be doing this on an almost daily basis with Max. Every day, just give him a little bit more time with the hyenas. He can spend the days here, and then ultimately the night. There we go.
The future for Max and other animals depends on Kevin financing the kingdom. To generate income, he plans to open it to the public. But first, he needs to find the investment to build suitable facilities. To help raise money, he recently set up a local volunteer program where people pay to help out at the park.
For me, it's a way of getting involved and trying to make a difference. I think we live in a beautiful country, and I think this is just my way of getting involved. I think everybody has to pick what you're passionate about, and this is mine. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to working here for a long time.
Kevin's wife, Mandy, is visiting the kingdom along with their son, Tyler. With the local volunteer program proving a success, there are now plans to expand it internationally. Taking paying guests from overseas could provide a significant income. But first, they need to work out a program worth paying for.
Hello, Daddy.
All right. Did you enjoy your drive?
I've just been thinking now in terms of the work. I was thinking like anti-poaching, so going out and looking for traps and things, river cleanups on the riverside, bush cutting, fire breaks, fence maintenance in terms of checking, fixing, and then possibly that idea we were thinking about the camera traps and setting up the camera traps just to see what actual wildlife is naturally occurring here, but just to get some records and see what actually is going on out there.
You know, I've been discussing with Rodney about putting collars on some of the jackal that occur naturally, the leopard, the brown hyena, and seeing their movements and seeing their whereabouts. And so together with the camera traps, fantastic. I mean, we've got a natural diversity and wildlife in this area that also needs conserving.